Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jonathan. Welcome to the Boyle Venture Group show number 4. And here today. We're in Newark with a special guest. She's a real estate lawyer, and she'll give herself a little bit more information.
Hi everyone, Casey Egger. I'm a real estate attorney with Avon Law Firm. We're located in downtown Newark on 17 Academy Street, and our specialty is real estate investment law. That is our primary area of practice. From that, we do some other things that branch out into. We do a little bit of estate planning, certainly do real estate litigation, a little bit of landlord tenant. That's not our favorite thing to do. I'm sure it's no one's favorite thing to do. But lately, we've been focusing on real estate investment, and we've been doing really great. So
Okay, awesome. So how long have you been in the industry?
I've personally been practicing for 4 years. Just marked my 4-year anniversary here with the firm, and the attorney I work with, her name is Marjorie Avon. She founded the firm as a solo practitioner about 15 years ago. So she's been in the business quite a bit longer, and she was doing a lot of retail real estate when I started with her. And from there, being in Newark, you come across a lot of investment properties, inner cities, and the urban areas. A lot of the retail buyers and sellers we were working with ended up having some kind of investment related entities on the other side of it. So across the closing table, we would meet a lot of people who are investors, and it transitioned over the past 3 years from a retail real estate firm to more of investment real estate. And it really started just because we're in Newark, but since then we've grown, certainly outside of Newark, outside of Essex County, and now we're doing real estate investment all over northern and central New Jersey.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Isn't it true that I know that you kind of set goals for yourself? Like I heard you broke a record recently.
We did. So let's see, my first full year working for the firm, full year was 2013. And in 2013, the end of the year, I was pretty proud because I closed 26 real estate transactions. And looking back on that now, it's hilarious because now I'm almost doing 26 per month. But after that first year, I said, you know what, I like this. I like the rush on every closing. I like making it to the closing table. I like making my clients happy. I like making the money. So I said, let's double that. So in 2014, I said, I want to double it. And sure enough, we doubled it just before Christmas and added two. So 2014, we had, let's see, 56, I want to say. And I said, okay, this year let's do 75. 2015, we hit 75, added a couple more. We closed it with 79. And then for this past year, I said, you know what? Let's just go crazy. So let's pick a number. And we were terrified, Marjorie and I, terrified of this number. I said, let's do 150. She's like, Casey, we're not going to do it. I said, we're going to do it. We're going to do 150. And you know what? I had it on my wall, wrote it with a marker on a piece of paper, and just had that 150 posted right next to my computer every day. And sure enough, November 7th, 2015, we made our 150. And we didn't stop there. We closed out the year with 187.
Oh wow,
Yeah. So this year we're going big. We're going 300.
that's almost one a day. That's great. That's
It's
awesome.
it is. But we're gonna do it, and we've got a great team, and we've got certainly great clients, great colleagues, and we're absolutely gonna achieve it. There's no doubt in my mind. So.
Yes. So that everyone knows, Casey's actually the lawyer that is representing me for some of the real estate deals that I'm working on right now. Obviously we're working with the bank at the moment, but hopefully we could get to the closing table,
And
as she
on
says.
on these particular deals, Jonathan's buying a few short sales. We happen to be on the purchasing side, so there's not too much we can do as far as negotiating with the bank. But as a real estate agent, he'll bring short sales in, and then we're in a position to actually negotiate them, either with Jonathan or for Jonathan or in conjunction with him. So on the seller side of short sales, we actually have a little bit more leeway and more control over the
Okay.
transaction. So short sales now on the buyer side, but once he brings them in on the seller side, we get to rock and roll there.
Okay, awesome. So, I know that you said, you just mentioned short sales that we're working on,
Hmm.
but like what's the most interesting or the hardest case that you had or deal that you've had to close?
Oh gosh, there have been some difficult ones. We have a lot of problems. in communication with REO properties.
Okay.
It's almost literally talking to a wall, trying to deal with the asset managers. A lot of them are international, and we don't have much control over the contract, over the timeline. Those are difficult, but they're all the same. The cookie cutter, we get them done. I would say the most difficult closing that I recently did is a client had a contract to purchase a property up in Bergen County. He'd been working on it. He got his tank sweeps. We did the title work. He had a survey done. He spent a lot of money, and we're about a week out of closing, and we get a phone call. He says from the seller, "I don't really want to sell to you anymore." We're like, "Are you kidding? We just spent all this money. We don't. What are you doing?" "No, I don't want to sell you anymore. I got a better offer." So what we were able to do actually, and his closing was scheduled for the next day. So what we're actually able to do is walk down to the courthouse, file a lawsuit, file his pendants at the property, and we showed up at his closing and stopped the closing until he basically paid a ransom to let him close. So we wouldn't release the list pendants until he handed over about $20,000, because I mean you've got to be quick here, and we really don't mess around. And that deal would have made my client a few $100,000 once it was fully rehabbed. So that was interesting, and it definitely had us thinking on our feet. But we were there at the courthouse the next day. We stopped the closing, showed up there with our hand out, and held his closing ransom until we released the list pendant. So that was an interesting one. It was more fun than difficult
Okay.
because those are the kinds of things I like to do at least. Yeah, yeah. But I would say that one definitely made the mark in the past year.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, Casey doesn't play, basically, is what she's saying. And she's very fast, very responsive, uh, answers any of my questions, no matter how dumb they are, within like 24 hours. But that brings me to my next question, and it's off the real estate side, more towards just yourself.
Okay.
What do you do for hobbies?
Oh, what do I do for hobbies? Well, actually, I just recently, in the past few months, started a new venture on my own, a custom furniture and design business. So, what I enjoy doing in my free time is actually building and refinishing furniture. So, right here, we're in my conference room near my red table that I just built, and that's really something I want to do personally on in my free time and on the weekends to get. It really helps me kind of unwind after all this
Mhm.
craziness going on in the real estate world, and it gets to I get to be creative, and I enjoy it. So it's my hobby.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, I'll take a picture just so that you guys could all see. It's just beautiful. I'm just telling you that right now.
Thank
Like
you.
I legitimately thought a professional did it. So,
And with no power tools, remember.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my last question. Um, where can people reach you at if they have any questions real estate
Hmm.
related?
Well, the best place to reach me is Facebook. We're proud to say that Avon Law Firm has a $0 marketing budget, and most of our referrals come from, excuse me, most of our business comes from referrals from people like Jonathan and people who, follow me on Facebook. So certainly that's the best place to see what I'm doing, see what I'm up to. It's Casey, last name is Egger. It's G as in girl, G as in girl, ER. And the law firm, we can be reached at 973-645-0880. Got a fantastic staff. We went from 2 to 5 people in the past 13 months. So our paralegals are fantastic. Our admin's great. Marjorie, the other attorney, she'll do our litigation work, our business formation, civil litigation. So we've got a good team. So Avant Law Firm. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And if somehow you still can't find her, feel free to reach out to me, and I can make the introduction. So, thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Bye guys. Thanks.
Bye.